Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Let's Play Fallout New Vegas, which is really Fallout New Vegas, just modded to buggery, I suppose, as you can clearly see here. Yep, I finally got around to sitting down and recording all this stuff. I've done lots of mod testing. Recently I did a couple of streams where we sorted things out. Big thank you to you, the viewers, for helping me through that and offering me advice when necessary, which has helped put together a game that is hopefully as stable as I can make it with, while still having plenty of mods, because there's lots and lots of good mods for New Vegas, and I like them all. And yeah, anyway, so without further ado, let's get on with this. I did do an intro video for this Let's Play. If you're not aware of that, it will be in the playlist, I think. And I would advise watching that first, if possible. It basically outlines the kind of character I'm going to be playing as, his little backstory of his, and all that kind of stuff. So really, with that kind of crap out of the way, in the first intro bit, we can just sort of dive straight in, really. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm also going to talk over this part of the cutscene because, unfortunately, it contains copyrighted music. Thank you, YouTube. It's Blue Moon, sung by Frank Sinatra, and it's very good. But, unfortunately, if I let it play, I will get copyright strikes on this video and stuff, and it won't be good. So, I don't really know what I'm going to do. I'll probably mute it in the background until the music stops. Normally I don't like to talk over cutscenes, but sometimes, because I like to assume that whoever's watching this, at least some of you, won't have played the game before, so I don't want to talk over important stuff, but yeah, anyway.
War never changes. When atomic fire consumed the Earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up. You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
Oh, I get goosebumps every time I watch that intro, even now. What a fantastic way to kick off a story. I love it. So good. So good. It's perfect for a game set in Vegas as well, you know. Shot in the head, buried alive in the desert, and you wake up the next morning with a bit of a hangover and some amnesia to boot, so... And now we're going to be assaulted, I'm afraid, by a barrage of mod and DLC-related pop-ups and things. There's nothing I can do about that, I'm afraid. You'll just have to try and ignore it. Sorry. Yes, seriously, God.
You're awake.
Here we go. Yep. Try and
How about that?
listen in between the pop-ups.
Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
David Crumpington. That is our name. If you did not watch the intro, I hope you did, because it would make life a little bit easier for yourself, frankly. But that is our name. We're Sir David Crumpington the 14th, but for the sake of when NPCs and stuff refer to us by name in notes and things in the game, David Crumpington I think will suffice.
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name.
You making fun of my
Welcome to Good Springs.
name,
Now,
good sir.
I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do?
Right, well, this hopefully won't take too long. Yes, I have a mod that adds a version of the player character with a scar on their head where they were shot in the face. I just like it. It's a nice little addition. I just always found it a little odd that you never had anything to show for being shot in the head in the original game. But now I do, so yeah. Tone. We're a pasty-faced Brit, so in spite of the fact that we live in the Mojave Desert, yeah, we're probably going to be quite pale. It's just, you're either pale or you're sunburnt. If you're British, it's never really in between. Eye colour green. Shape forehead. I don't have a gigantic forehead. It just look weird. Oh, and age. A bit older than this, really. It's odd, really. I always found it strange that they give you an age slider in New Vegas, and yet plenty of NPCs in the game still refer to you as kid. You know, like you're 19 or something, even though you can set the age slider all the way up to like there. You know. So I don't really get that. Of course, Fallout 3 didn't have an age slider. You could adjust your age using the console, mind you, but it didn't have an age slider because you were supposed to be a 19-year-old from Vault 101, naturally. Hairstyle, we are a classy gentleman, and therefore we're going to have smooth wave. And if nothing else whatsoever, if Doc Mitchell had screwed up everything in his reconstructive surgery, it wouldn't matter so long as David Crumpington got to keep his moustache. That would be all he cared about. So, let's just fuck around with the colour of it a bit. Otherwise it looks a bit too ginger, in my experience. That'll probably do it. Yeah, looks cool. So there we are. David Crumpington, of a long line of Crumpingtons, going back all the way to the 20th century. I mean, if you've not watched my Rise of Flight or IL-2 Let's Plays, you won't understand what the fuck I'm talking about. But yeah, he's not the first David Crumpington, and will likely not be the last. So done. Oh god, have I missed anything? I don't think I have. Alright, we're good.
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered.
Like the moustache.
Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore.
This, of course, is coming from a gentleman with a fine piece of facial hair of his own.
Good.
Much respect.
Why don't you walk down to the end of the room? Over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now.
Oh boy, that
It
depth
ain't a
field's
race.
pretty monumentally big, isn't it? I'm actually going to take a moment here to set up all my mods in the mod configuration menu. This will take a little while, unfortunately, and yeah, I'm sorry to break your immersion, what little of it you may have had, but it's got to be done, sadly. Got to set them up how I want them, because they don't really work out of the box the way I want them to. So yeah, I'm going to pause the recording and I'll be back in a second. Okay, we should now be sorted. Sorry about that, but oof. Bit of a stutter there. Don't know what that was about. Hopefully it's not serious. Yeah, we will walk our horribly mutated feet over to Doc Mitchell. Look, half our toes seem to have been sliced off somehow. That's quite dreadful. But
Looking good so far. Go ahead and give the vigor tester a try. We'll learn right quick if you got back all your faculties.
this is what passes for medical equipment in the West, is it? Good grief. It looks like you pinched it from a fairground ride or something. Good God, man. Fine, fine. Alright, well, average strength for Mr. Crumpington here. Average perception. Average endurance. Significantly above average charisma. He's quite a charming fellow. Intelligence, pretty average, I'm afraid. Agility, a little better than normal. And luck, a little better than normal. He did just survive getting shot in the face, after all. Probably won't be the last time that happens, I come to think of it. That looks good to me.
Good to see them bullets didn't affect your charm none.
Oh, that's
Well,
jolly
we
nice of you to
advised
say, old boy.
But that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered and a bighorn a dropping. What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a couple of questions? See if your dogs are still barking.
Righto. Very well.
All right. I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. Dog.
Cat.
House.
Shelter.
Night.
Treasure.
Bandit.
Swiss cheese.
Light.
Heavy.
Mother.
Biscuit jar.
Okay. Now I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how much they sound like something you'd say. First one. Conflict just ain't in my nature.
I'd have to disagree there, old chap.
I ain't given to relying on others for support.
Again, I'd rather disagree there with you, old boy.
I'm always fixin' to be the center of attention.
So if you put it like that, I suppose so.
I'm slow to embrace new ideas.
Rather depends on what those ideas are, old boy. No opinion.
I charge in to deal with my problems head on.
No opinion.
Almost done here. What do you say you have a look at this? Tell me what you see.
An angry two-headed ant of some description.
Okay. How about this one?
It's quite clearly a ship of Her Majesty's Royal Navy.
Last one.
It's two bears high-fiving, evidently. Come on, it's two. That's not a viable response. Fine. I suppose it could look a bit like a bearded man, but
Well, that's all she wrote.
it was clearly two bears
I don't
high-fiving.
have nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results. See if it all seems right to you.
Probably got it all wrong, didn't it? No, it got speech. Okay, right. Well, speech is definitely one of our tag skills. The game managed that at least. Our other skills are going to be guns. Not a master sniper or anything. Is dear old Sir David here, but he's not a slouch with a rifle. I'll give him that much. I can't really see him as much of a pistols sort of fella though. Really, I'm not sure about that much. And he probably likes energy weapons too, but I feel like putting tag skill in energy weapons this early on is a bit of a waste. They're not something you find every day, are they? Really? So and unarmed, yes, an amateur bare-knuckle boxer is Sir Crumpington. It's a completely useless skill. I'm fully aware of this fact, so don't rage at me in the comments for picking unarmed. I'm doing it anyway.
Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you. I got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
Well, you say that, but then again... Right, well, here we get to pick our traits. I'm going to go with trigger discipline, and I'm going to go with... where is it? Is it heavy-handed? Melee and unarmed attacks do more damage but less critical hit damage. Yeah, we'll go with that. Maybe it'll make the whole boxing thing a little tiny bit more, viable. We'll see. Trigger discipline obviously makes you fire 20% more slowly, but 20% more accurately, because we wait to see the whites of their eyes before we open fire, don't we? I'm going to add Wild Wasteland via the console as well, just so you know. So yeah, in fact I'll have to do that in a second. I probably should have done it earlier, but whatever. I'm going to do that in a second. I don't like having to pick it as a trait. It's a shame that it takes up a trait slot. There's probably a mod that changes that, but I couldn't be asked to find it. So I'm just going to add it with the console.
Alright, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out.
Righto. In fact, Doc, I'm going to do it right now, before I forget, anyway, so brief pause in the recording again, I'm afraid, sorry. Okay, that should now be done. Awesome. I had to go look it up, I'm afraid, I couldn't remember it off by heart, that's why I had to pause the recording.
Here, these are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't
When
mind
you
if
were
I gave
brought
the
in,
note a look.
never
I
mind.
thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to me now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Never was much my style anyway.
It's funny you should mention growing up in a vault, because I believe I did... I'm having trouble remembering that, actually. Uh-oh. I think the bullet may have done slightly more damage than is visible. Visible? Visible. Whatever. Slightly more damage than meets the eye. But, thanks awfully, old chap. Do appreciate it.
Don't mention it. It's what I'm here for. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you
what is
come
wrong with
right
your
back.
fingers?
I'll fix you up.
They look
But
huge.
try not to get killed anymore.
Hardcore mode, yes. Although I will have to actually... That was really creepy. I will actually have to, I think... Oops. Put it on in the settings separately, because it's a bit buggy. Yeah, there we go. Anyway. Now we can see we have needs and things. I put the hood on, which is nice. Now then, I have a bunch of stuff in my inventory, and yeah, don't mind the crazy music that just played. It's a feature of this mod here. That's the Pip-Boy 2500. Yeah. Anyway, oh god, tutorial info, go away! I hate you. I wish there was some way to turn that off. Anyway, I've got a bunch of crap now, basically, that was given to me by the rubbish pre-ordered DLC. So I'm going to have to dispose of this. Yeah, this footlocker here should do the trick. Right, so let's get rid of this and this. I know it's painful to watch, but I don't like DLC that makes the game easier, and that is essentially what it is. So... do. Am I missing anything? Yes, venom. And okay, so I'm ditching all of this crap, but I am keeping, obviously, the 9mm pistol you get given at the start anyway. So I'm keeping that, and I'm going to keep the doctor's bags and stim packs and things because it's not, I feel, unreasonable to assume that Doc Mitchell probably gave us a few things to get us going out there, so that we didn't immediately die and have to come back. And what this will also mean is it will save me having to basically rob the poor man blind of all his things. You know, like you probably normally would do, actually, if you're playing this game without the DLC crap. You know, it's obviously, none of it counts as stealing, but I just don't feel like it makes sense within character and whatnot to just rob the poor fellow blind of all his medical supplies. I am going to take this though, this flashlight, which I can't actually get out to show you right now because I have to leave the building in order to equip weapons and stuff. But it basically is a flashlight. You equip it like a gun, and it casts some light in front of you like a flashlight. It's not perfect because this game obviously doesn't have dynamic lighting. But it's quite fun. It's nice. It's a nice alternative to the old Pip-Boy light. So I like it anyway. So I'm just gonna, and I'm keeping the binoculars as well because, you know, I'm just gonna say that Doc Mitchell gave us a pair of binoculars as well because they're useful things. Something to 8. Put the flashlight to 7. Pistol to 1, and off we go. I can make the Pip-Boy menu bigger, by the way. Let me know if it's too small. It's alright for me on screen, but then again, you guys may not be watching this full screen, and again, the quality won't be quite the same, being that you're watching it as a video on YouTube, so I can actually make the scale of the Pip-Boy bigger, so it's easier to read, if necessary. I like it at the size it's at, frankly, but I appreciate the fact it might not be perfect for everyone. Yikes, that's bright. Oof. Excuse you. And here we are. Welcome to the Mojave Desert. Oh! Oh, hello. I do believe you must be Victor.
Howdy, partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle?
Oh, thanks awfully for digging me out of that grave, old chap.
Don't mention it. I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need.
You, how did you happen to find me exactly?
I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they'd run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were, so I hauled you off to the dock right quick.
I don't believe I've ever seen a robot quite like you before. At least not one as articulate as yourself.
I'm a Securitron. Robco Security Model 2060B. If you ever see any of my brothers, tell them Victor says howdy.
Right. Do you know who those men were that attacked me?
Can't say that I'm familiar with the rascals. Some of the fine folks in town might be able to help you out with that.
I see. Well, I will see you around then, I suppose. I must be off. Things to do, people to see, all that sort of thing.
Happy trails!
A robot has no right to be that cheerful. Anyway, yes, we have a note. The doctor gave us a note. I almost forgot about it. Here we are. Mojave Express delivery order, 6 of 6. Instructions. Deliver the package to the north entrance to the Vegas Strip by way of Freeside. An agent of the recipient will meet you at the checkpoint. Take possession of the package and pay for the delivery. Bring the payment to Johnson Nash at the Mojave Express Agency in Prim. Bonus on completion, 250 caps. Manifest. This package contains 1 oversized poker chip composed of platinum. Contract penalties. You are an authorized agent of the Mojave Express package until the delivery is complete and payment has been processed. Contractually obliged to complete this transaction and materially responsible for any malfeasance or loss. Oh bugger. Failure to deliver to the proper recipient may result in forfeiture of your advance and bonus, criminal charges, and or pursuit by mercenary reclamation teams. Oh bugger. The Mojave Express is not responsible for any injury or loss of life you experience as a result of said reclamation efforts. Oh bugger. Well, there was me about to head off on my merry way. Unfortunately, I suppose I... God, Struth, what's going to happen if I don't find these guys? I need to find them and get this poker chip back. Oh, God. Good hit. Oh, my goodness. Bert!
Motherfucker.
No, look, Bert, we've agreed on this. I'm not going to call you that. I'm not going to call you by your inverted commas actual name. Because, frankly, 1 syllable's better than 5. And besides, your name's quite obscene. If that is indeed your real name.
Motherfucker?
Yes, it's me. Might I ask where you were when I got shot in the head last night? Or however many nights ago it was. Gosh, I don't know how long I was out for, come to think of it. But why are you still here anyway? Why haven't you left?
Motherfucker.
Bad motherfucker waves his arms and gesticulates for several awkward moments, efforting in vain to convey his motives for loitering in Good Springs. You eventually reach the conclusion that he seeks to have carnal knowledge of a deathclaw or other horned fauna. Okay. Well, I suppose if you haven't got anything better to do, you might as well come with me.
Motherfucker.
Bad motherfucker has given you the smash perk. I'd rather it was the smashing perk, frankly, but beggars can't be choosers. Alright then, faithful manservant. We have things to do. You have a man in a very fancy suit to squish. Now then, let's see. Saloon, yes. The Prospector Saloon. I was told to come here. Meet someone called Sunny Smiles. Was that correct? Yes, I believe it was. I say there's a tumbleweed on your porch. Well, there was no call for that, now, was there, really? I mean, come on. I was just trying to move it out of the way. I didn't want you to kick it into orbit. Ugh. The things I have to put up with. Now then.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry. She won't bite unless I tell her to.
Yes, and luckily for you, I share a similar relationship with my manservant here. Just hold on a moment.
Until now.
I'm here. Why are you... Never mind.
Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer?
You could say that. Doc Mitchell said you could teach me to survive in the desert if needs be.
Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon.
You know what, Bert? You should probably just stay here.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, yes, well, just, I don't know. Get something to drink or try and learn how to play pool, I don't know. Switch off that blasted jukebox! Goodness me. Dreadful music. Of course, by the way, viewers, unfortunately recording a Fallout game, particularly Fallout 3 or New Vegas, is notoriously difficult on account of the fact that most of the music in it is copyrighted. If I've already got a strike on this video, then that sure as hell won't be the last, I'm afraid. It means I can't really use the radio either. I will occasionally tune in to hear the news and whatnot, but yes, what the hell's Victor doing? Suspicious. Anyway, I'll occasionally tune in to hear the news, but I'm gonna have to switch it off again, I'm afraid, once the music starts. It's just the way of things, unfortunately. I mean, the worst case, best case scenario, I'll end up with not being able to monetize the video. Worst case scenario, I'll actually be blocked in some countries for people, and we don't want that, do we, really? So.
Now, see the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there? Take this and try to hit a couple of them.
Why are you cocking your head to the side like an owl? That's very odd. Right, this shouldn't be a problem.
That's the right idea. Look down the sight.
Thank you. I have fired a rifle before.
Try crouching down and staying still. It'll help your aim.
All right, madam. I'm not some ignorant fuzzy-wuzzy.
Nice shot. Well,
From
that's
the Midwest.
But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles. Tell you what, I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along?
Very well.
Follow me. It's just down to the southeast a short ways.
Don't suppose I've got anything better to do right now. Except investigate what Victor's up to. I don't trust that robot. He's too cheerful. Don't mind the stutters. It sort of just seems to happen every now and again. Just slow down, woman. Oh, now she's slowing down. Oh. I wonder if... Okay, that's not too bad. I'm using New Vegas anti-crash at the moment. One of the side effects of that seems to be slightly delays every now and again when you're opening menus. Unfortunately, though, it's really... I can't really live without it, to be honest with you. I mean, when I went about setting up this installation, I kind of wanted to just sort of get it nice and stable without having to resort to using New Vegas anti-crash, but sometimes the game just does break and shits itself, and I'd rather not have to deal with that, honestly. In the middle of recording, it's just a pain in the bum. So,
hear that up on the ridge behind me there? We got some geckos to clear out. Bunch of little monsters is what they are. Seems like Doc Mitchell treats more gecko bites than anything else. Let's see if we can get a little closer. If we move quietly, we can get the jump on them. More likely to hit something vital that way. Okay, you're on. Go give them hell.
give them a 5.56mm bullet is what I'll give them. Miss. There they are. Little purple scaly devils. Right. Aim your shot carefully. Try not to miss, old boy. Excellent. Jolly good. Oh dear. Any more of you? Ah yes, the thing that comes up on the side of the screen, that is the JIP companion control menu. It's a little menu you can use to control your companions. It's pretty great. And one of the side effects of it, obviously, is in combat, it displays a little portrait on the left-hand side of the screen. For your character, along with the health bar and stuff. A bit like, sort of, I don't know, really. Something like Baldur's Gate, I suppose. I quite like it, actually. It's pretty good. Right. I'll take your meat and hides. Yes, sir. If I can remember how to cook a gecko steak, I probably can't, come to think of it. That shot in the head doesn't seem to have done wonders for our stats. As a matter of fact, our survival skill's probably quite diabolically bad. Yes, it's 15. As is just about everything. This is the problem with having a character with average intelligence.
See? You're getting the hang of it. There's 2 more wells that still need clearing. You want, you can come along. It'd be worth a few caps to me.
A few caps, you say? Well then, I should have said that before. Absolutely, I'll come with you.
Shouldn't take more than a couple minutes, especially with 2 of us. Come with me.
Oops, wrong button. Not terribly liking that hole in my arm there. That would normally be covered up by the Pip-Boy, I one would assume, except I'm using the Pip-Boy 2500 and therefore I don't have a wrist-mounted one. Oh my goodness. Of course, what I want to know is how long it's going to be until someone adds the Pip-Boy from Fallout 4 to New Vegas. Are we not going to stop and... It seems like an awful waste. Fine. What the devil? Oh, good grief! Is that woman in danger? Fear not, madam. I believe that's the last of them. I think. Are you okay? You seem a little perturbed, to put it mildly. Jolly good. You're welcome, by the way.
Now that was some good work. Even got a little exciting there at the end. Here's a little spending money for the trouble. One more thing I wanted to show you. Thought I might teach you about living off the land and making useful things for yourself. Interested?
Well, it couldn't hurt, I suppose.
Alright then. We'll need a couple ingredients to get started. Gonna want some xander root and a brock flower. Let me think now. I know I've seen brock flowers growing up at the graveyard, and I seem to remember there being xander root over by the schoolhouse. Bring those on back to me, and we'll get cooking.
Xander root. Whatever happened to turnips, eh? Oh, nothing on that one. There we go. Sorry, I will periodically do that. I will miss the empty sign at the bottom and just loot things anyway. Sometimes I just don't see it. Electro City. Yes, that's a mod, obviously. It's one of my favourites, though. Have another drink. We're probably getting quite hungry at this point, actually. Alright, we're not doing too bad. Too badly. Gosh, Dave, get your grammar straight, man. What is wrong with you? Turn that off. It's probably too late now, though. Oh, goodness me, I hate Content ID. Well then. Schoolhouse and graveyard. Well, I wanted to check out the graveyard anyway. It's not every day one gets to visit one's own grave after it's been unearthed. It's a big old wasteland out there, isn't it? Goodness me. Oh, look at that. Is that a roller coaster? Good God. I think it is. Don't suppose it still works. No, probably not. What are you talking about. It is the wasteland, and there's nothing here that leads me to believe it's any more civilized than anything I've seen prior to this. My god, I just dug up a fossil. Ha! Can't go 5 feet without digging up old bones. Quite the explorer am I. Good grief. Hey, how's it going? Right, yes, obviously, if you didn't already guess, it's a modded thing. Doesn't have any voice acting. Not that I really care. I'm used to reading out dialogue anyway, so... you, madam, I don't quite know how to put this, but you do appear to be turning blue. Dabba-dee-dabba-die. If you don't mind me saying. That's fine, I got used to it. Too much time in the wastes, I guess. Right. Yes, that's... Of course, that's what it must be. I will be on my way. Okay, see you. Yes. You have a nice day. I would tell you not to get too sunburnt, but, something tells me that's not an issue anymore. Is it sale? Ammo! Unfortunately, I think I only have 68 caps. Bother. Oh, speaking of food. I could eat the gecko meat, obviously, but it's raw, so it doesn't do much to relieve your hunger anyway, does it really? It's food minus 19, that's crap. There we go, I'm gonna... What time is it? Midday snack, there you go. It is rather approaching lunchtime, isn't it, though? That's not good. Let me just, that's better. I don't know what causes those little weird sprite things, but, saving and reloading the game like that generally seems to fix it, so I guess it's not too much of an issue. Right, well, this is good springs then, I suppose. Not sure what to make of it, really. At least it's not built out of crashed aeroplane parts, you know, so I suppose there's that. It's got going for it. Buildings with 4 walls and a roof. Always a good start. Right, graveyard. Okay, I don't suppose Victor's still up there, is he? To enter VATS, push V. I'm not going to be using VATS very much. You will notice earlier I used bullet time rather than going into VATS. I just prefer it. VATS in this game's a bit of a cheat. In my honest opinion, it just stops time and it makes you shoot way faster than you could in real life. And my god, look, there's more of these bloody things. That's quite annoying. If anyone knows a solution to that, I'd appreciate hearing it, because that little glitch there has bugged me in this game for a long time, actually. Oh god. There we go. Of course, you're empty. Nothing to show for my effort. For my 2 bullets spent. 2 valuable bullets. Oh, hello. It's an interesting looking monument thing over there. I'll have to check that out. More sprites, obviously, but I think they're meant to be sprites at that distance. We need to hotkey the old armored rifle, don't we? However, there are going to be some exceptions when I do use VATS. This is one of them. It's also annoyingly slow as well, so that's one of the other reasons I don't like VATS very much. But trying to shoot bugs in these games is always really annoying, because they have very odd hitboxes. Cazadors are a perfect example. You bet your ass I'll be using VATS when Cazadors are around. Oh god. Do better be out of it. Action points. There we go. Oh, did I manage to... did I remember to turn off health visuals? I can't remember if I did or not. I didn't. There we go. Right. If that's on, the game gets more and more desaturated the more health you lose. And I don't like it. It's kind of annoying because sometimes I just end up wandering around with half health because I can't be asked to use a stim pack or because I don't have one. And if I, you know... I don't like my game to look crap, basically, just because I've got low health. And hello. Oh, my Martini Enfield. They didn't take it. Magnificent. Oh, my favorite rifle. Oh, so good to have you back. Ah, shame they took everything else though. Apart from that delivery note. Yes, my good old Martini Enfield. It's a pretty crap rifle, by the way. It's it's modded. But I like it. I wanted a Martini Henry, like the ones they use in Zulu, but this is the best I could do. Basically, it's a very old weapon. It might look like a cowboy repeater or something, but it's actually not. It's actually a bit more primitive than that. It is lever action, but it's single shot, so I'm not going to waste any ammo by firing right now, but you fire, and then you have to reload the cartridge manually, and then lever action, cock it, and then fire again. And, yeah, it does a whole heap of damage, I think. It's in good condition, too, so... But yes, it has a DPS of 70, does 65 damage, and because I have realistic weapons damage installed, this means it really packs a punch, but unfortunately, if you miss, you'll quite often pay for it, because it takes a while to fire again. It's just a neat little rifle. I like it. It has a bit of character to it, and it fits with old Crumpy here rather nicely. Snow globes. Yes, anyway. And before you ask, I'm not going to be digging up their graves. I know there's lovely, lovely things in them, but I just can't really. I don't know, actually. Maybe he would. Crumpington might seem like a gentleman, but really he's more of a... If I had to accurately sum him up by referring to something that already exists, he's like a 19th century explorer, by which I mean... He has the air of a gentleman, and he likes to conduct himself in what he sees as a gentlemanly manner, but in actual fact he's a bit of a scoundrel. He goes around to other nations and cultures and pinches all their stuff and takes it home to put in a museum. So, on the other hand, maybe he would go around digging up graves. He might just do that, you know. I'll have to think about that. Anyway, we've got our Brock flower, we've got our rifle, and a snow globe. Let's go to the schoolhouse. And, it is a pretty gun, isn't it, though? Really. There's another gun in the game I want to get, which uses the same ammo, so, this is not going to be... We're not going to be using this terrifically often. I just wanted to have it because it's cool. Yeah. Not a terrible rifle. Good old British Empire is built on these things, don't you know? Of course, they work a lot better when they're used in volleys by whole platoons of soldiers against spear-armed tribals. Not so well against something like a Cazador or a Deathclaw, I'm afraid. So, yes, schoolhouse over there. Right. Let's drop a quick save. I have Chasm installed, so it should be auto-saving periodically every now and again. That's probably what some of the random stutters are. The game's saving. There's Victor. Where are you off to? Anyway, and what were you doing up by the graveyard, eh? And why is... Oh, right. That's why I'm in combat. Behold, one of the few enemies in the game I'll probably be able to kill by punching. Here we are. Sander route. Jolly good. Right, well, you know what? We'll go and check out the old schoolhouse later, shall we? But I think I might go and fetch Bert before we go any further. Feeling a little vulnerable out here in the wasteland without him for some reason. Especially with suspicious robots on the patrol. He's probably getting bored as well, bless him. Where? Oh, there you are. Come on, you.
Motherfucker.
So, yes, come along. I had to significantly edit this gentleman here in the GEC to make him reasonably balanced. I should point that out, frankly, if anyone's thinking of downloading Bad Motherfucker. I do highly recommend him. He's quite fun, but he is terrifically unbalanced. Unless you balance him yourself in the GEC, as I did. I'm getting these nasty little periods of low frame rate every now and again. I don't like it, but unfortunately I think this is probably one of the side effects of just recording the game while playing it as opposed to just playing it. Sadly. I think I might have my internet browser open in the background, which probably isn't helping very much now I think about it. Yes. Manservant, bodyguard, super mutant butler. He's everything and nothing all at the same time. Is Bert. Seriously, Bert is just much easier than Bad Motherfucker. I mean, it's 4 less syllables to deal with. Bertie, if we're feeling very formal. And unlike my good self in real life, I don't think David Crumpington strikes me as an individual who does an awful lot of swearing. Probably thinks it's a little uncouth. Well, he'll find his own way down, I'm sure. He's not as stupid as he looks. Is Bert? He's got more brains than you might imagine. Now then. See, there he is. Made his way down here, no problem.
Let me see what you got. Yeah, these'll do just fine. Just fine. All right, now. We're gonna be making something folks on the trail call healing powder. Go on over to that campfire now. Give it a try.
Healing powder? Kind of primitive. Tribal hocus pocus do you call this?
Hey, that's not bad, see? All it takes to make a recipe is the right ingredients and the right know-how. Sometimes it won't be a campfire you need. Might need to do some work on your guns and ammo, maybe. Important thing to get is it's all the same idea. You just need to find the right place to set up shop. Workbench or reloading bench, whatever. Well, I hope that's enough to get you started. I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi.
Right then, well, I will be sure to do that, madam. Anyway. What now is the question? Ooh, there's some more Xander route up there. Do you believe there is, you know? Is there anything over here? Oh. Hello. Who's this? Just, I'll be with you in a second, my dear chap. I just want to check what's in here. Oh. Just clothes. Well, I suppose anything would be an improvement on this, really, let's be honest, but, well, you never know. They both have no damage resistance, or damage threshold, or whatever you call it, so, yeah. That's... Oh, good grief, no. No, 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 no. Ugh. Away with you.
Hello? Can you help me?
That'd rather depend. What's the problem?
My girl is trapped by geckos on the ridge, and I can't get to her. Please, she's going to die.
Where is she?
Go up the path, past the broken radio tower, and go to the right. They're at the top of the trail.
Damsel in distress. Good God. I'll see what I can do.
You will? Thank you for helping me. Please hurry.
Come along, Betty. We have things to do. We have some poor defenseless woman to save, by the sounds of it. I'd be better off with this. Got more ammunition for it, mind you. Oh God, I'm running slowly. Oh, that's another point. Where is it? 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 I forgot this as well, didn't I? Rebalance, stealth and movement. Ah, yes. For some reason, Project Nevada likes to make you run slower. I do not know why that is. If I wanted to play Morrowind, I'd go and play Morrowind, frankly. Okay, we don't have time to harvest Xander roots. We need to move. A life is at stake here. Are you... Yes, you are quite hostile. I believe he said to go this way. I need to put a portrait. I need to make a custom portrait for Bad Motherfucker to put on the jip thing at the side there, instead of it just being a blank one. Shoot first, ask Gecko questions later. Oh, go get him! Yes, indeed. Ancient war cry, that one. Is that a Xander I can pick up? It doesn't look like it is. Okay, right, well. Onwards! And I'll just... because it's there, you know? I mean, it's right there. Ooh. Oh boy. Oh goodness me. Well, that's that then, I suppose. Oh dear. Well, if she was here, she's ooh. Oh, excellent, level 2. Awesome. Let's put some points in guns. And maybe some points in speech. And trying to think. What would be good? Any of these would be good. Sneak probably be a nice one to invest in for now. Right, pick a perk. Caffeine addict, confirmed bachelor, destiny gambler, intense training, lady killer, rapid reload, retention, swift learner, and swing for the fence. I'm thinking, considering I'm in the possession right now of a single shot rifle, rapid reload wouldn't be such a terrible idea. What's that? Well then. Oh, dear God. I think I missed that. Lucky. Oh boy, yes, I'm too much of an idiot to interact with the bear traps, except to stand on them. I suppose I can just... I don't know. There we go. Oh, what's in here? Duct tape and ash. Well, you can never say no to duct tape, can you? Oh, 10mm pistol, excellent. Oh, this is a wild wasteland thing, isn't it? It's a reference to something, clearly. I just don't know what. A fridge? Ugh! Oh God, look at my health. Oh, that's actually awful. Boy. Probably isn't going to restore much health, is it, that stim pack? Because I've got terrible medicine skill. Yeah, that's rubbish. Oh God, I'll have to go back to the doctor, I suppose, but I don't have enough money. Oh. Healing powder. Anything's worth a try, I suppose. Well, that was a big crap, wasn't it? Not a bad view from up here, though. Look at that. Hello, New Vegas. Ugh, nasty flakery terrain. Let's just ignore it. Yeah, not a bad view at all. Well, I suppose we'd better go and give this gentleman the bad news. Because that's probably his girlfriend over there. Oh dear. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, here he comes. He's coming. Okay, here we go.
Sorry I tricked you. But thanks for
What?
clearing out the geckos. Now I can get to that stash up there. After I deal with you.
Bugger. Just get... Oh, well, yes, my sentiments exactly.